You've been trying.
Yes. Three related questions to the incumbents, but since you talked about moral compass, Mr. McKeon, when, as mayor, you hired Nature's Choice, an environmental firm in West Orange, to handle all the recycling, and yet they were cited for numerous environmental lapses, and the boss ended up going to jail. My question to you is, how much contribution did you take from Nature's Choice, either as an assemblyman or as a mayor? And for Ms. Jasey, you mentioned in the budget, in the 09-010 budget.
No.
Okay.
You've had
it. None, to my knowledge, as it relates to Nature's Choice. And
we say that on record.
You may not speak from the floor.
Again, I said none to my knowledge from Nature's Choice. What I've done as mayor of that recycling center has been exemplary. As a matter of fact, you inherited a real difficult situation, got it all cleaned up, and now have a full and complete public-private partnership where people of the town can have free mulch and a whole other array of materials and use what's really a spectacular facility on a going-forward basis. So that public-private partnership is something I'm very proud of.
Mr. Meyerowitz, can you comment on this question?
Can you repeat the question quickly?
Yeah. My question regarding Mr. McKeon. My first question, Mr. McKeon.
Yes.
Yes. The question is, how much campaign contributions did Mr. McKeon receive from Nature's Choice, which I don't believe is still a firm right now.
Okay. Then can we comment on your feelings about receiving any kind of contributions from someone who then benefits from?
Well, I really don't know what it feels like to get contributions. I haven't gotten any. But I can see where it happens on both sides, on the Republican side and the Democratic side, that if you're the incumbent, people come and they throw money at you to the maximum. And it was a very left-wing Democrat socialist who played Al on the Monster. What was his name? I forgot. But anyway, he said political contributions are really nothing more than bribes. And we have to be very careful that when somebody gives a contribution that it does not influence the way that they conduct themselves in office. And we have to revamp, we have to rethink this whole thing with political PACs, with contributions, and the way the money is flowing, because it does tend to be strongly biased towards the incumbent. It makes it very difficult for people like me to run for office. And the way New Jersey is set up right now, Republican districts will always be Republican, Democratic districts will always be Democratic, and it makes it next to impossible for a person from the other party to crack that system. And as a result, there's no competition. And when you have a one-party system, you have corruption. So we're getting very close in New Jersey to being like the old Soviet Union or Cuba because of the one-party system. So we have to change the campaign contribution laws and redistrict so that elections are competitive and that non-incumbents have a fair shot.
Ms. Jasey, can you comment on the relationship between contributions and then the using services from those?
Basically, running campaigns, unfortunately, does require some financing. And I feel that I've been very fortunate in that most of my contributions come from individual contributors, people that I've met and gotten to know over the years. I have some contributions that have come to me through PACs, and usually not solicited. But one of the things that I found to be encouraging is that while there are lobbyists all over the place and there are PACs that come out to support campaigns, I have not yet, at least in the 2 years I've been there, felt pressure to vote on something that because of a contribution. Now, maybe that sounds naive, maybe it's coming. If I had my druthers, I would change the way we finance campaigns. I would like public financing. I think that would be a great idea. There have been some experiments here in New Jersey among legislators who have pledged to only take public financing. But that pilot has not been continued, and right now we don't have it. So I think the system does need help. I don't have the answer, but I can tell you that, as Mr. McKeon said, one has to have a moral compass, one has to know right from wrong. And I think as long as you follow that, those guidelines, you're going to be okay.
Mr. Funt,
Yeah, I think,
take a stab at that.
sure. I think I've made my position on conflicts clear, and the burden really of better government does rest with us. The reality is, we all know who the president is. We all know, a lot of us know who the governor are. We don't really know our state legislators. Don't even know our town council people. So we, as citizens, to make this whole idea of citizen government work, something which revolutionized the world, requires something on our part. And I can't thank you all enough for coming to care, to be here, to find out who we are and what we stand for. I wish it was everything, right? Because that's what it's about. I put together, Mark and I, there are 40 other challenger candidates who have never been in office before throughout the state. We again, took a pledge to do 10 things, we call the Common Sense Pledge, one of which, of course, is conflicts of interest that we would stay free from, called the Citizens for Assembly. I don't know how many of you have heard of it or not. It's something we've been trying to publicize, to get people to focus on the importance of the assembly election. We're all talking about Christie, Corzine, Daggett, but it'll be the people at this table who are going to help decide how much your taxes go up or they go down, what you're spending, what's the debt. It's the legislatures where the game is at. We've got to get people focused on that any way we can.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just know for the record that, by the way, Nature's Choice, whatever the problem was with that company, they did nothing wrong in West Orange, and even their conduct had nothing to do in West Orange with whatever that gentleman's criminal problems are. And I just want to go expand on what Mila had to say, or something Mila Jasey had to say. The truth is that campaigns are expensive to run. And unless you're a person of means and can be self-funded, it really precludes the vast majority of people of having a chance to serve. That's something that we really need to look at. Think about the conflict of interest issue. But rather, we've got to advance to the point with the laws that are in place at this time, when only people that are very wealthy will ever be in a position to run for statewide office.